So, welcome to 2020 and the TSC, the shooting channel, our first feature of the year. Today we're going to talk about the top selling shotguns in the UK that was 2019. Obviously 2019 for the gun trade was a very interesting year. There's a lot of bad press about guns, a lot of bad press about shooting. Obviously us at the Oxford Gun Company and TSC have done quite a lot in 2019. We've now given away 7 cars in the Schools Challenge programme. We've seen nearly 1,000 kids go through the TSC programme last year. So we as a sport, we as the TSC is growing every year at the moment. It always fluctuates between sort of 1,000, 1,500 a year of going through that. See, with the Oxford Gun Company, we have a lot of game shooters, a lot of new shooters. And if you talk about in the industry, it's all about because of Brexit, it's all a little bit doom and gloom and, oh, it's busy, it's not that busy, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. We've actually had quite a good year. And I've been doing a bit of research for around the UK of the top sort of 7 or 8 selling shotguns in the UK. And obviously you've got your Browning, Beretta and Muku, which are always going to be on the top. They're the biggest, they've been around for the longest. But let's just have a little bit of a talk about what other guns have made a good review, a good sort of thing in 2019, a good stand in 2019. You've got Blaser, quite new onto the scene. They've been around for a long time. They've been reproduced now. Blaser shotguns have come on the market, and they're a very good sort of good competition and game shooting gun. So you've got the Blaser shotgun, which is one. You've got the Prazzi. Argumentally, the Prazzi is the best Olympic gun that's ever been produced. You've got the 2005s, you've got the 2008s. They sell about sort of 1,500 guns, 2,000 guns a year in the world, but they are the best Olympic gun that you can get. You've also got in that, you've got the Caesar Greenie. The Caesar Greenie, a good all-round gun. This is the Sporter I've got. A very, very good all-round gun. Very pretty piece of wood on. Caesar Greenies tend to come out with a good, nice, pretty piece of wood on. They've got a nice recoil pad on them there. Nice big hand grip there. They come with your chokes, ventilated ribs. You can take it off, and they're finished off quite well. Really good quality gun. If you take it apart, you can actually see the action in there. Very nicely finished. So the Caesar Greenie I would put into my top selling guns in the UK as well. So that's your Caesar Greenie. Then very big, I know you've got your Fausti. This is the Fausti SX4. In 2018, it won the Gun of the Year. A very, very good all-round gun. They've proven themselves a very good gun for the market, really. They've got external chokes. They've got ventilated ribs. They've got adjustable comb. They've got recoil pad. And they've developed. This is one of the first ones, but they developed it over the last couple of years to really push up against the Blasers, the Greenies, the Berettas, and they've become really good. Typical Italian gun, very low profile action, trigger guard there, very sort of slim and slim and sylph-like really look. Safety catch is a very much Italian Beretta style safety catch. So you kind of push it forward, you have it like that. Whereas the Brownings and the Mukus are very solid, very deep action on a Muku and a Browning. But generally a very nice, good looking, well done. Okay, Fausti have been out in the last couple of years. They've really pushed themselves forward. They've put this. I mean, this one has been with us on the shooting school for probably 2.5 years now to develop it. So they've given the customer what the customer wants. So I would have said that is a big tick in the box for Fausti. So they're in my top sort of 8 guns, 7 or 8 guns. Then you've got Muku. Muku, argumentatively, is probably the most used gun on the market. They don't get promoted as much as they should. They're actually the only machine-made gun to win numerous Commonwealth and Olympic medals. And this bog standard off the shelf £1,500 gun. So the Muku itself, this is the MK70, but they do it in the MK38 as well. Quite bog standard. Doesn't have ventilated ribs, got its multi-chokes there, butt plate, safety catch there, but generally a very good all-round gun. Don't generally go wrong, you never get them back. But that's definitely, probably I would have said, is third in my sort of up and coming guns. Then you've got the Beretta Silver Pigeon, always there and thereabouts. Again, obviously Beretta sells a lot of guns. Again, like the Fausti and the Greenie, they've got a slightly lower profile action than the Mukus and the Brownings. Safety catch, again, very much a bit more delicate. If you look at the way they're built, they're slightly more delicate in the engraving, in the way they're built. Multi-choke, recoil pad, that's your Silver Pigeon. Don't really change it that much, but generally the Silver Pigeon is always there and thereabouts. And then the top selling gun again, for a second time, is the Browning 525. Like the Silver Pigeon, they come up about the same price, sort of £1,500, £1,600, but this Browning 525 is a bulletproof gun. It's always there. It's an entry level for Browning. Browning does a lot. They do the XS Browning, they do the 725. They've got a very wide range. At the moment, Browning is probably the most forward-coming gun manufacturer out there. They are at every single event, but they have really developed this to be the top-selling gun in the UK. But it's very, very close. Beretta are always up there, and they're probably neck and neck, to be fair. But this is probably one. If you go and put on social media or on Facebook, Browning Beretta, you generally this at the moment is coming a little bit above Beretta. But it's for £1,500 or £1,550. You can't go wrong. It's bulletproof. They've got a wide action like the Muku. Safety catch quite solid. They've got a recoil pad on there. They've got your ventilated ribs. They've got your multi-chokes, full set of multi-chokes. You can't really go wrong with it. Absolutely brilliant gun, value for money gun. The thing with the gun manufacturers, obviously there's only 25,500 guns, new guns sold in the UK a year. Between the Browning and the Berettas, the Silver Pigeon and the 525, Browning and Beretta sells about 10,000 to 12,000 each. So it doesn't actually leave a lot of space for these. Generally, Mukus are probably sort of 1,500 guns a year, 2,000 guns a year. Caesar Greenies are probably about 1,000-ish. Faustis, probably a couple of hundred. But generally, the other gun manufacturers are coming up. Blazers, again, sort of a couple of hundred, 500. Prazis, I said they sell 1,500 in a year. They're fully handmade. But that is the top guns really that I would say in the UK. There is hundreds of guns out there, but those guns are the ones that everyone talks about mainly. The only gun you've got that kind of very closely follows into that is Vizzini a little bit, but generally Caesar Greenie, Fausti, they've kind of overtaken Vizzini. So really, those guns are kind of the top selling guns in the UK. I hope you've enjoyed this. Any questions, please put the comments below in the feedback, and we will come back to you.